Hey, Shalom. Kahala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Baha, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the I Kingdom pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is Amathi from the GMS Dallas Camp. I want to go into a quick lesson, all right, for we're holy unto the Lord. And who is that? That is going into who? The nation of Israel. We are holy unto the Lord. Now, when you go into the word holy, that goes into being separate. All right. And when you go into, like you say, Lord, especially in the here in the scriptures in the Bible, when it's all capped, that's going into who? Who the world ignorantly calls God. All right. Who is in Hebrew name is Yahweh, which means He is. Okay. And then we say Yahweh Bahasham, okay? And that's Ba is in, Da is Ha is the, Sham is name, okay? Sham, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, which is true biblical name is Yahweh Shai. So that is what we go into, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, okay? So this is what I want to go into. So I want to start off with Deuteronomy 7. I'm going to start at verse 6. Okay? It says, and we, like I said, this is in Deuteronomy. So when you read in Deuteronomy, okay, it goes into verse 6. It says, for thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Okay? Because when you see the word God, okay, God, like you say, can go into the word power, okay? And you see Lord in all caps, that's going into Yahweh. So it says, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh, thy power. Yahweh, thy power, has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Okay, and who is that? The nation of Israel. Is in on the face of the earth is who the world ignorantly calls you so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true nation of Israel. That is the bulk of Israel, a lot of them. But as it says in the scripture, we are like a sand to the sea. So we are mixed or mingled amongst the other nations as well. So if the spirit resonates with you, that means you could well be a part of the nation of Israel. Okay? And when we keep going, as it says, chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. So he took us upon to himself. All right? Because when you go into Genesis, the breath of life, the breath that was breathed into Adam, it was already people that was walking upon the earth. Okay? It already said God has made man, but then he said he put a breath of life in a particular group of people. And through the spirit, that is who that breath of life is still going through a bloodline today. All right? So it says a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Above all people. Now, if you want to back that up, you say, "Oh, well, the Lord, He make everybody equal." No, let's check it out. Let's see what the Lord said. This is Isaiah 40 and 15. Let's get it. It says, "Behold, the nation." You know what? Let's start right here. Okay. Verse 13, it says, who has directed the spirit of Yahweh, or being his counselor, has taught him, with whom took he counsel, and whom instructed him, that taught him in the path of judgment. All right, in the path of judgment. And it says, and taught him knowledge, and showed him the way of understanding. Okay, and who have showed us the way of understanding? How do we get understanding? Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time and strength of our salvation. Okay. This is how we get it. We get it through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And where did we get that? And who received that wisdom? Who received the commandments? Okay? Who went out? Who was in the wilderness? Who came up out of Egypt? The nation of Israel. All right? Verse 15. It says, behold, the nations are... Now, this is going to the other nations. Okay? As it says in Second Ezra, it said the rest of the nations, it goes into our nothing. So this is Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. A drop. So imagine you have a 5-gallon bucket and you're walking with it and a drop of it come out. Keep that in mind. So it says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Now picture a balance beam or a balancer, and you had a whole lot of a pile of dirt or dust or something up there. And you get all of it off, and then a little bit left that's dust, you blow it off, right? That's nothing. Okay? Let's read that again. We're going to start it over. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of a balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. So these other nations are nothing. Oh, Slakia. They're like a very little thing. And that's what they are to the nation, to the Most High Yahweh. Okay? This is going back into, now let's go back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. All right? And it reads, it says, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Because the other nations are nothing that we just read, right? Because we are a nation of kings and priests. And that's going to be established upon the earth, and we're going to reign forever. Like you said, we had to go through our judgment. And why did we receive the judgment? It was because of us, the nation of Israel. We started going off, worshiping other gods, okay? Judges is a good book that you can see how we constantly went off and the Lord made a tributary. We had it in the bag, followed instructions, but hey, we stiff-necked. And what happened? Jake went off and, the Lord said, hey, come destroy these other nations. Like he said, the other nations are nothing. But we like, we get something out of them. The Lord said, destroy them all. We did. That was what Saul mindset. Okay? That was Saul mindset. Samuel told him exactly what to do. Go slay old, young, men, women, children, cattle, all. And what did he do? He brought back what was his name? Agag, and kept some of the cattle, things like that. So that's what disobedience gets us here at the nation of Israel. Okay, get us punished by the Most High, but He have mercy on us, and this time He's going to have the mercy on the elect. This is Jeremiah 2 verse 3. It says, Israel was holiness unto Yahweh, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh. Hey, so if you step into, whoever had the hands and dealt with us, with the ill will, hey, that recompense is coming upon you, starting with the nation of Edom, which is the so-called white man. All right? Because the Lord said we don't know, you've only I've known. He don't know the other damn nations. He used them to help put us in subjection and oppression. But they, as it says in, what is that? He said he's sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. That's what it is. He's sore displeased with the heathen. That's Zechariah 1:15. Salakia. Yeah, come. This is Zechariah 1 and verse 15. It says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathens that are at ease." Please, sore displeased with them. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction. And what is a heathen? Someone who's not of the stock of Israel. All right? But this, like I said, this is just some insight on how holy, holy people unto the Lord we are, the nation of Israel. So didn't want to, take up too much time. Just wanted to go through the Spirit, put it on me to do so. And I want to get one more. This is Amos 3, verse 2. Because when you look at the world, look who, because if the Lord said He put us on here in captivity here in Babylon the Great, aka America, you're gonna start seeing like we're going through a demise. But like I said, He didn't put us in this captivity to destroy us, okay, but to just punish us. But He's gonna redeem us. But when you look and try to compare the curses to what's going on today, who's getting shot in the street? Who's getting pulled over and got nothing to, and nothing done happened, or he ain't did anything, and then get shot dead? Okay, and we know no one perishes or dies innocent, but we know that Esau is helped leading the storm front into destroying Jacob, which is so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans. And we say Jacob because you're the descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's what the deceiver do. He try to cut everything off and say, okay, Abraham is our father. Abraham ain't the father of all nations. And then when you go look at Abraham had kids, okay? But hey, and if I'm not mistaken, it was 7? But hey, he had the bloodline went through who? Isaac. And from there it went through Jacob, and then through his 12 sons, okay? The 12 patriarchs, that those branches was extended. And now we have who? So-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans scattered abroad, and especially here in Babylon the Great, okay, with a boot on your neck. But we see the curses turning around. Because the Yahweh Shem Yahushua is waking. Basically, he's starting to see what the heathen are really doing. Because the Lord, like I said, when we going off, he has he has to turn his back. And when he turns his back on us, Esau comes down with like a great flood. Oh, Jacob's trouble. Hey, he's finna do the damn food. That's why we need the Lord. Okay. He's going to deliver the peculiar people, as it says in Deuteronomy 14:2. That is the nation of Israel, all right? And he's going to come back and bring forth fire because you have did what? Let's get it, all right? And this is going into those heathen nations that have basically came together like in Psalms 83 with Esau being the head. This is, let's go back to Zechariah. This is Zechariah 2. All right, you know what? Let's start at verse 6. It's a ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heavens, saith Yahweh. All right, and we are spread apart through the four corners of the earth. But Israel like a sand of the sea, okay, as it says in Hosea. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughter of Babylon. And what is the daughter of Babylon? It was mentioned, a.k.a. America, okay? Because ancient Babylon, what is that still going? No, that's modern day Iraq, okay? We're talking about here in America. Okay, that wields the power like Babylon did at that time. But now we got what? He wielded the power, the most power that's ever been seen upon the face of the earth as a unit. He have covered the whole earth, And he deceived the people, especially here, making it seem like, oh, look at these so-called black Latinos and Native Americans. They the one to bringing bringing the U.S. down. And what's that's gonna cause? It's gonna be a lot of confusion already out here. It's gonna be a lot of turmoil, and you're gonna see a lot of neighbors, and I'm talking about literal neighbors that stay beside each other or in the same neighborhood. They finna start fighting, and it's gonna be an all-out war. Martial law will have to come about. World War III is about to happen. All is just coming, but the Lord is gonna deliver the people that He said is the apple of His eye. Okay, the holy people. This is Zechariah 2. Okay, and verse 8 it says, "For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory He has sent me unto the nations which spoil you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of His eye." So whoever touches the nation of Israel, which it's a lot of these nations have, you know what I'm saying, starting with the nation of Edom, Esau, the so-called white man, the Moabites, the Ammonites, okay, all right, you got the Elamites, you got a lot of these nations that have had a hold in our oppression, okay, and they have lived deliciously. But the Lord said, okay, He's gonna come basically destroy the nation that touches the apple of His eye. Okay? So with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to Akim, pushing His word and truth and sincerity. Overall, the house of David. Okay? Bayah Shal Dawadah, Shalom.